Good morning, students. We are taking the paper of JEE Main 2020. As we are all aware of the thing that NTA is organizing it, and for one session it is organized 2 times. First we are organized on January and second we are organized on September. And I am taking the paper of 2nd September, shift 1. So those students who were appeared in shift 1 of 2nd September paper, they can check the solution, they can check the correctness of solution and also evaluate themselves that how much marks you are scoring for this examination. The result for which it is expected to come on 10th September. So these are memory based questions. These questions might contain some errors. So if students find any error in the question, they can comment in the box. Okay, I'll just rectify it in next video. Okay, so here we take all the questions one by one, and I'll also tell you the difficulty level and time taken for the average student to solve these questions. Okay, so you'll see that JEE Main questions are not so much tough because so many students have a havoc in their mind that JEE Main is very tough examination. No, of course not. So JEE Main is not that much tough. It is just only the havoc set in your mind. That is why I had taken I will take difficulty level of each question and the time taken for average student. That for solving this type of problem, how much time an average student should take to solve it. Okay. So here myself Uday Shankar Chaudhary, and I am taking the physics portion here. So you will get for each subject video of each subject for this paper. Okay, so I am going to discuss these questions, but before discussing these questions, just see, I am just taking difficulty level of any question from 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, of which this one represents easiest and 10 will represent toughest. Okay, and I will tell the time in second, that how much second you should take to solve the paper. Okay, so I will discuss difficulty time and time taken for the average student for each question. So this will help you to prepare for this examination of next session. Okay, so I am taking the first question. The first question is this one. There are two magnets P and T. P is used as permanent magnet while T is used in transformer. Then correct option are. These are the options given. You can get it by reading these options. Okay. So now in this question, if a student remembers hysteresis curve for a permanent magnet or for electromagnet, they can answer in just 5 seconds by just seeing the question. Okay, but see the concept behind this question. Suppose if you want to magnetize one material, suppose this is the material, and if you are just want to magnetize this, okay, so suppose you are giving a current in this direction such that this will like this, current is like this. So you can see magnetic field for this solenoid is in this direction, in this direction like this. Okay, so each magnetic moment of this material will getting arranged in this fashion like this. Okay, in this fashion, and this get magnetized. So actually it is getting magnetized in this direction, this become north pole, this becomes south pole. Okay, so the property by which it is getting magnetized, means this material is getting magnetized, the property is known as I. We will study I for the property of the material by which it gets magnetized, and this coil is magnetizing it. This coil is magnetizing it, मतलब ये इसको magnetize कर रहा है. So if it is magnetizing it, so its property is taken as H, where H is what? Magnetizing intensity. जिस intensity से वो magnetize कर रहा है इस material को, ठीक है, magnetizing intensity as well as I corresponds to this material, that is intensity of magnetization. कितनी जल्दी वो magnetize हो रहा है, intensity of magnetization. So if in a lab if you take these things and draw it on curve, you will get, this is the curve between H and I. Okay, H represents this solenoid and I is the property of this material. Okay, so if you magnetize, you will observe कि as H is increasing, जैसे जैसे ये H बढ़ेगा, you'll get I more and more like this, and it will be like this. But this will go like this. As we increase H, its I is getting increased. Okay, but जैसे आप क्या करेंगे, if you want to demagnetize it, you have to just provide battery in opposite direction. Now the current is getting in this direction and you are demagnetizing it. Now the domain are in this direction. You can observe, now the domain are in this direction, and this magnetic moment which were earlier turned in this direction, it will just turn, try to turn along this direction. Okay, so if you just turn your current to this direction, means if you want to demagnetize it, it will not take this curve. जब आप इसको डीमैग्नेटाइज करेंगे तो ये वापस इस कर्व पे नहीं आएगा, इट विल कम रैदर लाइक दिस. ओके, और फिर से अगर आप इसको टर्न करते हैं, फिर से अगर आप इसको टर्न करते हैं, तो इट विल लाइक दिस एंड इट विल फॉर्म अ साइकिल लाइक दिस. अब ये ऐसे से चलेगा, ठीक है. सो व्हाई दिस कर्व इज इंपॉर्टेंट? दिस कर्व इज इंपॉर्टेंट वेयर रिवर्सल ऑफ, मुझे चाहिए कि अभी ये नॉर्थ है, ये साउथ है, थोड़ी देर के बाद मुझे ये नॉर्थ और ये साउथ चाहिए. Wherever you need reversal of poles, okay, then you require this curve. कि which material is getting magnetized easily, which material is not getting magnetized easily. This property you will need in making some devices like transformer, permanent magnet. Okay, let us see here. If you see this portion, this is called retentivity. This is called retentivity. This is called retentivity. Means the negative H means the opposite, the H, if you make H to 0, means if this is switched off, means H become 0, the material contains this much of magnetic field already inside it. मतलब आप अगर इसे बंद भी कर देंगे तो इसके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ मैग्नेट और मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी रह जाएगा. कितना रह जाएगा? इतना. So this amount of magnetic material retained by the material is called its retentivity. ओके, अब कहोगे सर ये कभी जीरो पे नहीं आएगा क्या? आंसर है हाँ, आ सकता है. अगर आप इसे उल्टे डायरेक्शन में, क्योंकि आपने क्या करा, एच को यहाँ पे करंट आई जो था, यहाँ सपोज करो करंट आई था, आपने जब आई से इसे जीरो करा तो ये यहाँ से यहाँ चला आया. बट इफ यू अप्लाई इट इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, इट विल कम लाइक दिस. ओके, एंड इफ यू प्रोवाइड दिस मच ऑफ मैग्नेटाइजिंग इंटेंसिटी इन नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन, अगर आप इसे फर्दर डिक्रीज करोगे, मतलब उल्टे डायरेक्शन में अगर इसे मैग्नेटाइज करना चाहें, तो इतना मुझे मैग्नेटाइजिंग इंटेंसिटी लगेगा मटेरियल को जीरो इंटेंसिटी ऑफ मैग्नेटाइजेशन लाने में. ओके, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड कोएर्सिविटी. दिस इज कॉल्ड, बेसिकली इसे कोएर्सिव फोर्स बोलते हैं, कोएर्सिव फोर्स बोलते हैं. ओके, एंड द प्रॉपर्टी इज कॉल्ड कोएर्सिविटी, नथिंग एल्स. ओके, सो दिस इज बेसिकली रिटेंटिविटी एंड दिस इज बेसिकली कोएर्सिव फोर्स. Or the property related to this coercive force for any material is called its coercivity. Okay. Now, as you are aware of the thing that जैसे ट्रांसफार्मर की बात करें अगर, तो ट्रांसफार्मर में रिवर्सल ऑफ लोड, जो हम AC करंट प्रोवाइड करते हैं उसे, तो मुझे तुरंत चाहिए होता है रिवर्सल ऑफ, सपोज मुझे नॉर्थ साउथ का रिवर्सल तुरंत चाहिए. सपोज करिए कि suppose if a transformer is made of the material and the pole is getting changed, we want pole is getting changed very frequently. Okay, suppose करिए कि अभी नॉर्थ और साउथ है और मुझे अगले 1 सेकंड में ही ये साउथ और नॉर्थ चाहिए. अगर इसका रिटेंटिविटी कम होगा तभी ये हो सकता है, और अगर इसका कोएर्सिविटी कम होगा तभी ऐसा हो सकता है. ओके, so based upon this need, we are discussing for the two materials, basically steel and soft iron. Why? Because steel are generally used to make permanent magnet, and soft iron basically, soft iron is used to make transformer, to make core of the transformer. Why? Because स्टील हैज गॉट हाई रिटेंटिविटी एंड हाई कोएर्सिविटी। अगर मुझे परमानेंट मैग्नेट बनाना है तो मुझे क्या चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए कि इसका रिटेंटिविटी ये ज़्यादा मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एक्वायर करे और उसे छोड़े भी ना, उसको छुड़ाने के लिए जो निगेटिव एज लगना चाहिए वो बहुत ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, तब जाके वो मेरा परमानेंट मैग्नेट बनेगा। मैं नहीं चाहता कि उसका मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, उसका नॉर्थ साउथ चेंज हो। अगर हम नहीं चाहते नॉर्थ साउथ चेंज हो, वो इसी डायरेक्शन में रहे, देन दिस मस्ट बी लार्ज एंड दिस मस्ट बी लार्ज। And if we want the reversal of poles frequently, then this must be small and this also must be small. Okay. So generally we are using steel to make permanent magnets and soft iron to make core of the transformers to make electromagnets. So if we see the hysteresis curve of both the material we are having, so you can note it down if you want to note by pausing the video. Okay, so see the hysteresis curve of both the material. So if you see the hysteresis curve for both the material, it will be like this. This is H, this is I, and it is like this. It is suppose I am making for steel. I am making for steel. It is like this. This one. This is called high retentivity and high coercivity. Okay, and if you are making for soft iron, it will be like this. H and I. So for this you will get like this. Like this. So this is the hysteresis curve. So this is the basically hysteresis curve for soft iron. So here you can compare both the figures. Here it has low retentivity and low coercivity which is required, and here it is high retentivity and high coercivity. So you can compare these things. These figures are experimental. आपको experiment से ये सारे figure आते हैं. But it is given in your textbook also. This figure is this figure is very famous. आपको बुक में मिल जाएंगे, और जिस किसी बच्चे को अगर ये फिगर याद है उसके लिए क्वेश्चन कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. So let us check the answer. P, that is permanent magnet, has high retentivity. Yes, it is correct. And low coercivity. No. For permanent magnet, it must have also high coercivity. So this is not right. Now see second option. P has low retentivity. No, of course not. You can see here it has got high retentivity. So this is also not true. So let us see option number third. T has low coercivity. Means transformer. The material which is used as the core of transformer has low coercivity. Yes, it should have low coercivity, you can see, and low retentivity. Yes, low retentivity. Okay, so this option is correct. So this is basically theory based question. Now student, if we see the difficulty level of this question, its difficulty level is just 2. I am giving it 2, difficulty level 2. And an average student should take not more than 30 seconds to solve this question. So you can see how easy is this. Okay, so just remember this and see your answer, see the correctness of your answer. And if if the students who has appeared on 2nd September shift 1, they can check their solution. Thank you. We'll proceed towards other question. So students, see now question number 2. In question number 2, it is just saying in a hypothetical spherical galaxy, the mass density is given by rho is equal to k upon r. Means the density of the galaxy is just inversely proportional to r and is given as k upon r. Okay. If a planet is rotating at r0 distance, okay, from center of galaxy, find the relation between time period t and radius r0. Okay, and the option given is this one, this 3 and 4. Okay, so let us see this question. No worry, this is very simple question. If for this question the concept you required is to find the mass of a substance of varying density, only this thing. बस आपको वेरिंग डेंसिटी का मास निकालना आना चाहिए इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. ठीक है, तो ऐसा सपोज करिए कि ये गैलेक्सी है. ओके, एंड दिस इज r0 डिस्टेंस and at r naught distance there is a planet having mass m. Let us suppose the mass is m, okay, and it is r naught. Is this okay? Now for this galaxy, what is the mass at r naught? What is the mass at r naught? This we have to find. So कैसे निकाला जाए इसको? So कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. यहाँ देखिए, if you see, suppose at any r distance, at any arbitrary r distance, just take the element, the spherical element, like this, okay, and just take it to be dr. ये जो लेंथ है that is dr, this is basically the element. आप लोग इसे निकालना जानते हैं, जिन्होंने इंटीग्रेशन अच्छे से पढ़ा है उनके लिए कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. And for this mass is dm, okay, and how much is dm? So dm is nothing but rho into v. Now what is this v? What is the volume of this element? So this element volume is 4 pi r square, student, 4 pi r square into, you can see here, 4 pi r square into dr, okay, and here now you can see rho is equal to k upon r. You can put the value d pi r square dr. Is this okay? Now you have to just integrate it now. So if you see, if dm is equal to rho means k upon r 4 pi r square dr, and you have to integrate it. Now you have to integrate it from where to where? So mass is from 0 to m, from center 0 to m, सेंटर पे 0 है और यहाँ पे मान लीजिए कि मास m है इस रेडियस तक r नॉट तक, and here the variable is r radius. तो radius is from where to where? 0 to r, okay. So you can see यहाँ से r कट जाएगा ये, and the thing is m is equal to, now 4 pi k is getting out, and now r is integrated at r square by 2, and it is from 0 to r naught. So friend, if you just see, the value of this mass is nothing but 4 pi k is basically what? r naught square by 2. So 2 say it is being cut by 2 pi, that is 2 pi k r naught square. 2 pi k r naught square. So this is basically the mass at this position, okay. Now if you observe, if it is rotating in this galaxy like this, if it is rotating, then mind my word, which force is making it to revolve around this galaxy? कौन सा ऐसा फोर्स है जो इसको रिवॉल्व करा रहा है? सो वी आर ऑल अवेयर अबाउट द ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स. दो मासेस के बीच में ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ही होते हैं. सो दिस इज ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स. जो ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स क्या बन गया है? सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स, एंड दिस इज द कंडीशन ऑफ रोटेशन. सो for this condition we can have that Fg means gravitational force should be converted into centripetal force, okay. Suppose this is revolving, this this planet is revolving at a speed omega naught, or omega, you can take omega, okay. So take omega, it is okay. Now what is Fg? So between this mass, the mass of the planet, and mass of this galaxy at r naught, okay. So it is nothing but gmm upon, what is the distance between them? It is r naught. It is r naught, student. So now it is what? M omega square r naught, okay, r naught square, sorry. So now you can see m is getting cancelled, and again the mass which were found earlier, that is 2 pi k r naught square, you can write here 2 pi k r naught square upon r naught square, okay. So you can see that these are getting cancelled, and this is omega square r naught, okay. So student, if you observe, omega would be equal to, omega square is equal to 2 pi g k upon 2 pi g k upon r naught, okay. And here you can see omega is equal to how much? That is root under 2 pi g k upon r naught, okay. So omega we had calculated this one. I am just writing time period here. So time period, if you know, time period is nothing but what? 2 pi upon omega. आप लोगों को कई सारी बातें ये पता होंगी कि what is omega? means how omega and time period are related. So omega and time period are related by this relation, T is equal to 2 pi upon omega. Just put the value, this is 2 pi root under, that is 2 pi kg, 2 pi kg, and I am just taking r naught in upward direction, okay, as a numerator. Okay, so आप इससे जब कट करेंगे तो रूट अंडर 2 पाई से यहाँ पे रूट अंडर 2 पाई बचेगा एंड द आंसर वुड बी 2 पाई r naught upon kg. So if this is the answer, basically this is the time period of this planet revolving in this orbit, and here you can check the option, this not, no, yeah, this answer is correct. So you can solve this question like this, and this is very easy question. But for an average student, if I use the difficulty level for this question, I'll say, but first write down, if you want to write it down by pausing the video. Okay, let us check. If we are talking about difficulty level, my dear student, it is of 4. Okay, and time, an average student should take not more than 100 seconds. You should not take more than 100 seconds for average student, and for excellent students, for having great IQ, he can solve only just doing the rough behind the pages, and you can do it, and you can do in just 30 seconds and all. But for average student, the time should not more than 100 seconds, and the difficulty level for this question is 4. So proceeding for the next question. Okay student, now see this question number 3rd. A block of mass 3m is suspended by a meter scale rod of mass m, rod ka mass hai m, as shown in figure. I'll show you also. This is the figure which is given in the question. If the tension in the string A is equal to kmg, k times mg, okay, in equilibrium, it is in equilibrium now, okay, then value of k will be, what is the value of k in this position? Okay, this is in equilibrium. Now this is the question from equilibrium of forces, as we all know. So for solving this question, we have to make the free body diagram of this meter scale. Now what is meter scale? Meter scale is nothing but a scale having measurement 100 centimeter, जिसका length 1 मीटर हो, that is called a meter scale. So इस meter scale पे आप देख सकते हो कि ये बीच वाला portion है, that is at 50 centimeter. At 75 centimeter from this portion, there is a block of mass 3m, and the mass of this rod is m. Okay. So now just draw the free body diagram of this. You will get the solution. It is like this. Suppose this is TA, this is TB, this is mg, this is 3mg, 3mg. Now this is from here 50 centimeter, and this is from here, it is 75 centimeter. Okay, so this is the question basically. The concept behind it, आपको पता होगा equilibrium forces में sigma fx net force in x direction should be 0. Suppose this is x direction and this is y direction, and net force in y direction should also be 0, and net torque should also be 0. Okay, so this type of problem you can find. Okay students, so these things should satisfy for the equilibrium. These are called equilibrium conditions. Sigma fx is equal to 0, sigma fy is equal to 0, sigma tau is equal to, tau is what? Torque. This type of question you can find in the chapter rotation, rotational dynamics. You can find this chapter, you can find this type of problem. Okay, you had also solved so many this type of problem. So now see, if we have to focus on all the 3 aspects, then here it is sigma fx is equal to 0. You can see, my dear students, there is not any force in x direction. So मेरे लिए ये कोई काम का नहीं है, पहली बात, क्योंकि x direction में कोई force है ही नहीं. Look for the Fy, yes, in y direction there is force, and if net force is equal to 0, then upward force should be equal to downward force. Okay, तभी तो ये net force 0 होगा. So ये logical है. So for sigma Fy is equal to 0, we should take Ta plus Tb is equal to 3m plus m, that is 4mg. That is 4mg. Is this okay? So this is your first relation. and you can see here you have two variable TA and TB. Okay, so for two variable the minimum number of equation required is 2. Here it is first equation, you can take first equation. Now you require second equation. तो ये तो किसी काम का था नहीं, इसको मैंने यूज कर लिया, बच गया इसको. सिग्मा टाउ यानी कि टॉर्क अबाउट एनी पॉइंट शुड बी 0, अबाउट एनी पॉइंट. Suppose if this point is if this point is C, if this point is D. ठीक है, तो suppose I can take about any point, but the favorable point is C, or you can see D, you can also take D. ठीक है, because I can get TA easily from here. Okay, so here it is you can also take about C, about D. ठीक है, let us take about C. Okay, so here we should see sigma tau about point C must be equal to 0. Okay, so net torque about C equal to 0. So about C, if you see about C, here is two forces, this and this is another forces, tension, this is a reaction forces, two action forces and this is reaction forces. So I have to just find torque about this point C, and the net torque of this three forces should be equal to 0. Suppose I am taking anti-clockwise to be positive. Then what is the torque about C for this tension B? That is TB into what is the distance of here to here? You can see here it is 100. It is 100 centimeter. Okay. So what is the torque of this force? TB into 100, and it is in this anti-clockwise direction. So this is TB into 100. If I had taken clockwise to be positive, then naturally clockwise moment should be taken negative. So this is mg into 50 minus mg into 50 and 3 mg into 75. What is torque? Force into perpendicular distance. So about C, this is force, then this is the perpendicular distance. So here it is minus 3 mg into 75. And that should be equal to 0. Why? Because net torque should be equal to 0. Now solve for TB. If you solve for TB, it would be TB is equal to, you can see here 5 3 25 235, I think. If you just solve it, 75 into 3, 5 3 15, oh sorry, so 225. Okay, so it is 225. So you can see here it is 225 and it is 50, that is 275 mg upon 100. So just cut it down, 25 4 100 and 25 1 and 1. Okay, so you can get 11 upon 4 mg. So TB is equal to 11 upon 4 mg. Now you can put in this relation and you can find the answer. So put the value in 1. So if you put the value in 1, it would be TA is equal to 4 mg 11 by 4 mg. So mg is equal to 16 minus 11 upon 4. So it is nothing but TA is equal to 5 by 4 mg. So student, you can see and you can compare the relation which is given in the question, that is equal to K times mg, and here it is 5 by 4 mg. So you can see the value of K should be what? 5 by 4. So here you can see from the option, this one is the correct. Okay, so this is the relation. Okay, so just write it down. Now also you can see here, मुझे टीवी से इसमें यहाँ पे कोई लेना देना है ही नहीं, मुझे सिर्फ TA चाहिए. तो it is better to find the moment about torque about this point. I can find also in this one, but that is time taking. You have to put the values and then get the answer. But if you take about D, you don't have to put anything. See, summation of tau about D is equal to 0. Okay, so this is, if I am taking clockwise to be positive, I can take in any question. In this type of question, take one to be positive, then another will be automatically negative. So it is what? TA into 100 minus mg into 50 into 50 and 3 mg यहाँ से डिस्टेंस कितना है? So if this is 75 then this must be 25 that must be equal to 0. So TA is equal to 75 or plus 50, that is how much? 125 I think, yes, 125 mg upon 100. So you can see, you can get direct answer. So अच्छे बच्चे वही करेंगे, ठीक है. But if by mistake you are taking C, nothing else, no problem. You have to put the value and again you have to just waste some of the time. Okay, so it is better to take about D. Okay, so this is the problem. So this is the answer. Note it down if you want to note. Now come, if we talk about the difficulty level of the problem, students, then its difficulty level is not more than 3. ये 3 से ज़्यादा नहीं है, ये सिंपल सवाल है, देखने में बड़ा लगता है बट दिस इज वेरी सिंपल. 3 and for average student should not take more than 80 seconds. This question should be solved within 80 seconds. Okay, so we'll proceed towards the another question. Okay dear students, now come to question number 4. The question number 4 says a coil of radius r rotating about a diametrical axis with angular velocity omega in a uniform magnetic field B, find the value of maximum voltage developed. The given quantities R is equal to 10 centimeter and B is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. Okay, and also given here a half rotation takes 0.2 second. It is also given in the question. Means हाफ रोटेशन करने के लिए इसको 0.2 सेकेंड लग रहा है. नाउ व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम ईएमएफ इंड्यूस्ड इन दिस कॉइल? सो दिस इज अ सर्कुलर कॉइल बेसिकली एंड इट इज रोटेटिंग लाइक दिस. ठीक है, सो नथिंग एल्स, you know that for this condition we are only taking about the magnitudes. हम लोगों को सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड से लेना देना है. So we know that for this condition B is equal to at some time t, अगर कुछ समय में देखा जाए तो ये कुछ रोटेट हुआ है, ठीक है, and the angle between them is omega t, circular coil के केस में, and if in the circular coil case if it is rotating in this direction then at time t flux will be B A cos omega t. Okay, and from Faraday's law magnitude, I am only talking about magnitude of EMF induced is, I am talking only about magnitude, that is EMF is d, actually it is minus d phi by dt, but I am only talking about d phi magnitude, so it is d phi by dt. Okay, so it is nothing but E is equal to d by dt, B A its area, and this is cos omega t. So in this question students, you are aware about that B and A is constant, radius of this circle is not changing, and this B is also uniform, it is not changing. So B and A is constant, so you can take it outside, so it would be E is equal to BA, and d by dt of cos omega t, it is nothing but omega into sin omega t. Just differentiate it with respect to time. Okay, so this is the case. Now E is equal to B A omega sin omega t. For the maximum EMF this must be equal to 1. आपको पता है मैक्सिमम EMF के केस में साइन का वैल्यू क्या होगा? 1. So the maximum value would be B A is how much? Pi r square into omega. Now what is the value of B? It is given, that is 5 into 10 to the power, ये 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. Pi radius is given 0. I am just taking in SI units, 0.10 square, and omega. Now omega, for omega it is giving the case half rotation, it is taking 0.2 second. So you can have omega is equal to आपको पता है ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ रोटेशन, मतलब रोटेटिंग एंगल, जितने डिग्री वो रोटेट होता है एंड अपॉन टाइम टेकन। सो ये रोटेट होता है हाफ, तो यानी कि पाई अपॉन 0.2 रेडियन पर सेकेंड। सो दिस इज बेसिकली द एंगुलर वेलोसिटी। ओके, सो दिस ओमेगा इज बेसिकली पाई अपॉन 0.2। ओके, so this EMF is equal to, if you just calculate it, you'll have 5 into 10 to the power minus 5 into pi into 0.10 square into pi upon 0.2. Okay, so it is coming to be 2.46 into 10 to the power minus 5. We can take 2.5. So it is approximately 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 5 volt. So you can choose it from the option given. You can see here it is 3 into 10 to the power minus 5. Here 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 5. 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. So this option is correct. Okay. So this is very simple question, very simple. ये सब तो कई बार आपने पढ़ा भी होगा इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन में. दिस क्वेश्चंस आर वेरी सिंपल. ठीक है, आपको तो ये पूरा पता होगा, और अच्छे बच्चों को तो डायरेक्ट यहाँ से स्टार्ट करेंगे, वैल्यूज रखेंगे और आंसर निकालेंगे विद इन 10 सेकेंड. राइट इट डाउन बाय पॉजिंग द वीडियो. Okay. Now, if we are talking about the difficulty level of this question, this is, I am giving it 3, and the time to solve it not more than 60 seconds. You should solve it within 60 seconds. An average student can solve it in 60 seconds, and rather actually it is a question of 30 seconds, and 30 seconds I am taking in the calculation portion. Okay, अच्छा मैं आपको एक चीज़ और बताऊं कि इसमें कैलकुलेशन कैसे तेज किया जाए, मैं आपको समझाता हूं. अभी आपने देखा EMF क्या आया, 5 into 10 to the power minus 5 pi into 0.10 square into pi upon 0.2. Okay, so this type you are getting. So here it is pi square, और pi square का जो जनरल वैल्यू है वो 10 होता है, अप्रोक्सीमेट वैल्यू. We are taking it to be 10. 10 into 0.10, it is 0.01 into 1 by 0.2. Okay, so it is 0.1 basically 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. आप इसको काट सकते हैं, ये 0.1 हो गया, इसको यहाँ से काट दीजिए 2 बार में, और 2 से काटेंगे तो ये 5 बार में, 2.5. तो आंसर इज 2.5. सिंपली आप आराम से कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो इजीली. ठीक है, सो कई अच्छे बच्चे जानते भी हैं इन चीज़ों को. सो 60 सेकेंड इज द एनफ टाइम फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, प्रोसीडिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Okay, dear students, now come to question number 5. So if you see in question number 5, if you observe, the question is a cylindrical container rotates with constant angular speed omega. It is rotating with constant angular speed omega. Radius of cylinder is r, capital R. Find the height h as shown at which water is in equilibrium with respect to container. Means with respect to container water is in equilibrium. ऑल्दो हमको यहाँ से दिखेगा कि घूम रहा है, बट अगर हम कंटेनर पे बैठ जाएं तो मुझे ये स्टैटिक नज़र आएगा. ठीक वैसे ही जैसे एक बस चलता है और हम बाहर से देखेंगे तो बस चलता हुआ नज़र आएगा, बट अगर हम खुद बस में बैठे हैं तो बस मुझे रेस्ट में नज़र आएगा. इज दिस ओके? सो जस्ट इट इज़ अ रिलेटिव कंसेप्ट. ओके, सो दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन सभी लोग लेते हैं क्लासेस में. जो भी टीचर पढ़ाते हैं ये क्वेश्चन ज़रूर लेते हैं क्लासेस में, और इसका एक्सप्रेशन आपको बताते हैं कि इसे याद रखिएगा. ठीक है, और इसे याद भी रखना चाहिए, बिकॉज द आंसर इज ओनली द एक्सप्रेशन. ओके, अगर एक्सप्रेशन याद है यू कैन फाइंड द आंसर. ओके, सो लेट अस सॉल्व इट. कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. सो सी, यूजिंग द कंसेप्ट ऑफ रिलेटिव मोशन वी कैन सॉल्व इट वेरी इजली. सो यू कैन सी हियर. So suppose this is like this, okay, and suppose this is water and here it is origin. So here it is origin. Suppose at any point at x, now I am taking this, any point at x, okay, I am taking a small portion dm, this one dm, and I am observing with respect to container. तो कंटेनर पे ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए हम कहाँ बैठ जाए, कंटेनर पे बैठ जाए या फिर पानी पे बैठ जाए, ऐसे बैठ के मैंने ऑब्जर्व करा, तो ऑब्जर्व करा के हमको क्या दिखेगा, तो दिखेगा माय डियर फ्रेंड, अगर हम इस पे बैठ जाएंगे, सो वी हैव टू जस्ट गिव pseudo force and it is rotating. The pseudo force is what? Pseudo force is centrifugal force and it is nothing but, suppose if it is dm, the mass of this small portion is dm, so this is dm into omega square and into x. At this position it is x. So this is basically the centrifugal force, and another force which is working here, it is its gravitational force dm into g. Is this okay? Okay, this is origin, this is basically origin, this is I am taking as origin. So suppose this is x axis and this is y axis, suppose, to make this question I am just taking it, and this is origin, okay. Now if I am taking here, suppose if it is like this and I am here at this one, if I am taking the slope of this one, this is theta, and one more thing, अगर ये यहाँ पे इक्विलिब्रियम में है तो इस लिक्विड पे फोर्स जरूर ऐसा होगा, दिस इज एफ नेट, हर हाल में ऐसा होगा। ऐसा देखिए, अगर पानी, सपोज अगर वाटर इक्विलिब्रियम में है तो नेट फोर्स जो होगा मस्ट बी इन इट्स परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन, जो भी इसका नेट फोर्स होगा दैट मस्ट बी इन परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन टू द सरफेस, जब ये इक्विलिब्रियम में है, बिकॉज the component along this direction is f cos 90 and it is 0. मेरी बात ध्यान से सुने, what is the component of this f in this direction? 0, that is f cos 90, that is 0. जब भी यहाँ पे कोई फोर्स नहीं लगेगा, और अगर लेयर, मेरी बात ध्यान से सुने, अगर लेयर अगर इक्विलिब्रियम में है, इट मीन्स इसका नेट फोर्स जो है, जो भी नेट फोर्स इस पे आ रहा है वो नीचे की तरफ है, यानी कि जस्ट इसके परपेंडिकुलर है, सो दैट इट्स हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट इन दिस डायरेक्शन इज 0. ठीक है, एनी फोर्स हैव इट्स कंपोनेंट एट 90 डिग्री 0 बिकॉज इट इज एफ कॉस 90, दैट इज 0. सो अगर ये इक्विलिब्रियम में है तो ये मस्ट है कि इसका नेट फोर्स जो भी है वो इस सरफेस के, यानी कि लिक्विड सरफेस के परपेंडिकुलर होगा. ओके, सो वी हैव टू यूज दिस कंसेप्ट. सो दिस मस्ट बी 90 डिग्री, ये हमेशा 90 डिग्री पे होगा यहाँ सरफेस से, इस पोर्शन के लिए आई एम टेकिंग दिस पोर्शन. ओके, सो द सीन इज लाइक दिस. The scene is like this. I am taking it. Yeah, this is F net. Okay, and one force acting is this one, that is dm omega square x, and here it is dm into g. Now you can see, my friend, if it is theta, then slope at this point is what? Tan theta. ठीक है, and for this dm, अगर tan थीटा की बात करें तो tan थीटा को हम लोग dy by dx भी लिख सकते हैं, जैसा कि आपको पता है. खैर, if it is theta, then this must be 90 minus theta and this must be theta. Okay, so student, if I am taking this figure and I want to find tan theta, then tan theta must be dm omega square x upon dm into g. Okay, so here you can see dm and dm is getting cancelled, and tan theta is how much? Tan theta is dy by dx, and that is equal to omega square x upon g. Now we have to just take dx on that side, it is omega square upon g x dx, and we have to just integrate it. Okay, now what is the limit I am taking here? So it is dy, and that is omega square upon g and x dx, and integrating x is from where to where? So x is from 0 to r. This is r, ये रेडियस है r दिया हुआ है, so it is from 0 to r. ओके, एंड इट इज फ्रॉम वेयर टू वेयर, 0 to h। जब ये r हो जाएगा तो ये भी क्या हो जाएगा, h हो जाएगा। इज दिस ओके? दिस इज x, दिस इज एट x, तो x इज वेरिंग फ्रॉम 0 to r and y is varying from 0 to h. I had taken this 0 to h. Now if you find this h is equal to nothing but omega square upon g, and this is x square by 2, this is from 0 to r, so it is nothing but omega square r square upon 2g. So this is the simple formula. कई बच्चों को तो ये याद भी होगा, देखते उन्होंने आंसर कर दिया होगा. So this is this one, simple. Okay, write it down. Okay, now coming to its difficulty level. So if student, if we talk about its difficulty level, it is not more than 3, and average time to solve this for an average student, it is not more than 70 seconds. Although for so much of a student this is well known formula, you can just see and do the answer. बहुत सारे बच्चे तो सिर्फ देख के ही आंसर कर देंगे, but for an average student, he or she should not take more than 70 seconds to solve this problem, and the difficulty level for this problem is 3. So you can see how simple problems are. Write it down. Now proceeding for the next question. So student, now come to question number 6. Here it is given, if force, velocity and area is considered as a fundamental physical quantities, then find the dimensional formula of Young modulus of elasticity. Now as we know that fundamental quantities are length, mass and time basically, but here in the question it is saying that take force, velocity and area as fundamental physical quantities, then from the dimensional formula just derive the formula for Young modulus of elasticity. ठीक है, तो क्वेश्चन इज बहुत सिंपल है, ये क्वेश्चन कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है, आपको पता है ये यूनिट एंड डायमेंशन में सवाल है. सो वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. हियर यू कैन सी, सपोज इफ यंग मॉडुलस आई एम टेकिंग विथ वाई, एफ विथ फोर्स एंड वी, यहाँ जो दिया हुआ है उसी को मैं ले रहा हूँ. ठीक है, सो वाई इज द फंक्शन ऑफ व्हाट, एफ, वी एंड एरिया. ओके, सो आपको पता है, आप लोगों ने पढ़ा है यंग मॉडुलस ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी, तो वाई का वाई क्या होता है. So y is basically young modulus and इसका unit जो होता है that is Newton per meter square, and if you just write its dimensional form it is nothing but mlt minus 2 upon l square. ठीक है, so this is l square, it is nothing but mlt minus 2 l square, that is ml minus 1 and t minus 2. Okay, so now and force it is given mlt minus 2 and area it is l square, it is the dimensional form it is given. Now and also velocity is lt minus 1. Okay, now use the dimensional analysis for this question. This all the variables and this Young modulus should be equal in dimension, so dimension of this should be equal to dimension of this. Okay, so here we can see that m, that is m L minus 1 t minus 2 is equal to, must be equal to f, that is mlt minus 2 का power a, और velocity that is v, that is lt minus 1 का power b, and here it is area that is l square का power c. We have to find a b c. ठीक है, I had just taken y is equal to f a v b and A, C. Okay, so by considering these things we had just taken A, B, C. Now आपको पता है ये सारी बातें कि इसमें करना क्या है. सारे M, L और T को एक जगह ले आइए. So it is M, here it is A, L का पावर A plus B. plus 2c. Okay, now t minus 2a minus b, these things. And now just compare the dimension of corresponding physical quantities. This is a is equal to 1. Now a plus b plus 2c is equal to minus 1, and minus 2a minus b is equal to minus 2. Here it is given. Okay, here is the 3 equation, and by using this 3 equation you have to find a, b and c. So you can find it. Just put a is equal to 1 here. If you put here 1, it would be minus 2 into 1 minus b is equal to minus 2. So you can see minus 2 and minus 2 is getting cancelled, so b is equal to 0. Now put the value of a and b here, you will get the value of c. I am not writing the equation number 1, equation number 2, you are very well aware of this. So I am just putting the value of a and b. A and b in this equation, it would be 1 plus 0 plus 2c is equal to minus 1. So 2c is nothing but minus 1 and minus 1. So c is what? Nothing but minus 1. It is minus 2 upon 2, that is minus 1. Okay. So you can see by putting the value, corresponding values, y is of the form f, and the power is a is how much? 1, v is how much? 0, and a is how much? Minus 1. So by corresponding value you can see the answer. So this is the answer. ठीक है. So this is very simple, very simple, very simple. बहुत अच्छे बच्चे रहेंगे तो ये यूनिट देख के ही समझ जाएगा. This is nothing but f upon a minus 1, that is f upon a. So simply f upon a is what? Newton per meter square. So it is the dimensional formula of Young's modulus. Simple, simply 1 is answer. Okay. So अच्छे बच्चे तो ये देख के ही पहचान जाएंगे, but on average student if you want to do this you have to do it very quickly you have to do, otherwise it will take much time. ठीक है. So do it, the calculations, just write this relation and calculate it by corresponding values. Okay, write it down. Okay. Now if we are talking about difficulty level, so its difficulty level is not more than 2, and a student must do this problem in an average time of not more than 60 seconds. You have to do this question below 60 seconds because this question is not a time taking question, and average जो अच्छे बच्चे वो तो ये देख के ही पहचान जाएंगे by just seeing the option, only 5 seconds. But for the average students it will not take more than 60 seconds, and the difficulty level is 2. This question is very easy. Okay, so write it down. So proceeding for the next question, students. Okay student, now come for question number 7. For question number 7, it is very simple question, that is a rote learning type, means memory based question. दिमाग लगाना है, बस देख के आंसर करना है. Correct order of resistivity will be for aluminium Hg, Cu means copper, means aluminium, mercury, copper and tungsten. W is for tungsten. Now you have to just make the order of its resistivity. ठीक है. If you know the value of resistivity of each of the element, it is okay. You can solve it very easily. ओके सो सी मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, जैसे रो सी यू कॉपर का जस्ट इट इज़ अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 1.7 इंटू 10 टू द पावर माइनस 8 ओम मीटर. रेजिस्टिविटी इट इज़ इन ओम मीटर. ओके सो या नाउ रो एच जी और यू कैन से रो aluminium it is something 2.6 into 10 to the power minus 8. I don't know the exact value, but it is around this one, ohm meter. So rho Hg is 98 into 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter, and rho W is around 5.6 I think 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. Anyway, तो in this way you can see सबसे कम किसका है, तो रो सी यू का है. उससे बड़ा कौन है, रो अल्युमिनियम. उससे बड़ा कौन है, तो रो डब्लू. और सबसे छोटा कौन है, सबसे बड़ा कौन है, रो एच जी. ठीक है, ये वैल्यू याद है. दिस वन, आप आंसर आराम से कर सकते हो। ठीक है, ठीक है, मुझे ये वैल्यू नहीं याद है और जनरली किसी को याद भी नहीं रहता, ये याद करने का ज़रूरत भी नहीं है। मैं आपको बताता हूँ, समझें। सीधी बात ये है कि जो अच्छा कंडक्टर होगा उसका रेजिस्टेंस कम होगा, पक्की बात। एंड इन डेली लाइफ वी आर यूजिंग व्हाट, कॉपर एंड एल्यूमिनियम। डेली लाइफ हम लोग किसका यूज़ करते हैं कंडक्टर के रूप में, कॉपर का या एल्यूमिनियम का। आपने सुना भी होगा एल्यूमिनियम वायर का वाइंडिंग है कि कॉपर वायर का वाइंडिंग है। ठीक है, तो कॉपर वी आर यूजिंग फॉर द गुड रेजिस्टेंस, और कॉपर का चीज़ महंगा भी आता है। ठीक है, बिकॉज कॉपर हैज़ हाई कंडक्टिविटी एंड लो रेसिस्टिविटी। तो ये एक बात तो तय है कि रो सी यू सबसे कम होने वाला है। तो पहले आंसर में ढूंढो रो सी यू सबसे कम कहाँ पे है। हाँ, यहाँ पे है और यहाँ पे है, बाकी दोनों तो चलो नहीं होगा, यानी ये दोनों तो पहले ही कैंसिल आउट हो गया। ठीक, उसके बाद हम कौन यूज़ करते हैं, एल्यूमिनियम। तो एल्यूमिनियम का इससे ज़्यादा होगा, बट यूज़ करते हैं हम एल्यूमिनियम का भी। अब देखो तो ये इस सीक्वेंस में कौन है, ये हुआ, हाँ एच जी है यहाँ पे, तो ये नहीं हो सकता। आंसर वुड बी दिस वन। सिंपल, बाय सिंपल लॉजिक यू कैन जस्ट आंसर इट। ठीक है, सो बस इतना दो का आपको अगर अंदाज होगा तो आप कर लोगे, और ये नॉर्मल बच्चे जानते हैं ये सारी बातें। ठीक है, सो और अगर ये इतना आप नहीं कर सकते तो इस क्वेश्चन में ज़्यादा कुछ आप हाथ पर हिला भी नहीं सकते हैं। ठीक है, इतना दिमाग तो लगाना ही पड़ेगा। ठीक है, सो फॉर माई scene, if its difficulty level is to be judged, difficulty level, it is just 1. Okay, and or you can give 2, you can give 2. Okay, and answer would be nothing. आपको अगर याद है तो ये 10 सेकंड में कर लोगे, नहीं याद नहीं पता है ये सारी बातें तो आप ये क्वेश्चन कर भी नहीं सकते। So time would be naturally 10 second, or you can say 20 second, not more than that. That is enough time to solve this problem. Okay, सो दैट इज़ फॉर एवरेज स्टूडेंट इट इज़ 20 सेकेंड। आप पढ़िए, अच्छे से पढ़ सकते हैं, 20 सेकेंड काफ़ी होते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं और आराम से किया जा सकता है इस सवाल को। ओके, सो राइट इट डाउन इफ यू वांट टू राइट। ओके, नाउ प्रोसीडिंग फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन स्टूडेंट। ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ कम टू सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 8। नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन इज अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन, very good question. To solve this question you must have the sound concept of relative velocity. Okay, relative velocity आपको think मतलब आप दिमाग में सोचना आना चाहिए आपको, then you can solve this problem. Otherwise it is impossible to solve the problem for those student which who doesn't have this concept of relative velocity. Okay, so nevertheless okay, कभी कभी कुछ क्वेश्चन छोड़ने के लिए भी आते हैं उसमें, दिस क्वेश्चन इज अमॉन्ग देम। अगर नहीं आता है यू कैन, आप छोड़ दीजिए और आगे बढ़िए, बिकॉज दिस क्वेश्चन जिसको आता है उसके लिए तो वो 60 सेकेंड में बन जाएगा, बट जिसे नहीं आता है आप इसमें माथा पच्ची करते रह जाएंगे, आपसे सवाल बनेगा नहीं। सो इट इज़ बेटर टू लीव द प्रॉब्लम एंड मूव फॉरवर्ड। ठीक है, क्योंकि देखिए जेईई मेन में एक सवाल ऐसा है, कुछ ऐसे सवाल होते हैं जो छोड़ने के लिए ही दिए जाते हैं। अगर आप उसमें दिमाग लगाने लगे इट विल टेक योर टाइम, अननेसेसरी टाइम, एंड आप उसको गलत करके आओगे। सो इट इज़ बेटर टू लीव द क्वेश्चन। बट जिन्हें आता है ये सवाल उनके लिए सवाल है, ठीक ठाक है। ओके, यू हैव टू मैनिपुलेट सम ऑफ द फार्मूला, नथिंग एल्स। सी सपोज हियर इट इज गिवन वेलोसिटी ऑफ ए and this is in positive direction, everything is taking place in x direction, nothing in y direction, so I don't have to use I and j all, we can simply use plus or minus symbol. Okay, so VA is given to be 36 km per hour and it is nothing but 5/18, it is 10 meter per second and it is in positive direction. Okay, now simply VB is minus 72 km per hour because it is moving in this direction, or it is nothing but 20 meter per second. Yeah, yes, or you can say minus 20 meter per second. Okay, now here also given कि VM मतलब man, ये man है, ये जो man है, ठीक है, with respect to here you can see in the problem two train A and B moving with speed 36 km per hour and 72 km per hour respectively in opposite direction. A man moving in train A with speed 1.8 km per hour with respect to A opposite to the train. Here you can see the problem. Okay, find the velocity of man as seen from the B. आपको velocity of man with respect to B निकालने हैं, simple. Okay, here are the options given and here is the condition given. Train A is moving in this direction, positive direction. This is the man which is moving in this direction, negative direction, but this velocity is with respect to a. Vm you can see here with respect to a. Vm with respect to a is minus 1.8 km/h. और ये अगर नहीं भी दिया होता with respect to a, then you must take with respect to a. क्यों भाई, ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि जब आप खड़े होंगे बाहर से और आप ऑब्जर्व करेंगे जब इसको, तो ये आपको कभी भी इस वेलोसिटी से तभी दिखेगा ग्राउंड पे जब ये चलेगा 37.8. अगर 37.8 विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ये होगा तभी आपको रोड पे खड़े होकर लगेगा कि ये 1.8 km/h से चल रहा है. मतलब 37.8 minus 36, then you will get from ground that it is moving with 1.8 km/h. बट ये बहुत ज़्यादा स्पीड है, उससे मैन नहीं चल सकता. सो इट इज़ लॉजिकल. ओके, दिस वेलोसिटी इज ऑलवेज गिवन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ए. दैट इज व्हाई आई हैड रिटन देयर. ऑल्सो इट इज मेंशन देयर. ओके, सो अगर नहीं भी दिया रहता तो भी हम समझ लेते. चलिए, खैर, दिस वन. And velocity of b is in this direction, that is 72 km/h. Suppose if another man is here and observing this man, तो इस बंदे को, ये यहाँ पे रेस्ट पे है, ये नहीं मूव कर रही है, ये रेस्ट पे है, बस ये इसको ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है, तो इसको कैसा दिखेगा? नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू फाइंड? वी हैव टू फाइंड वेलोसिटी ऑफ मैन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू b, ट्रेन b. यू कैन सी हियर. ओके, नाउ सो vm with respect to a, it is what? It is given to be minus 1.8 km/h, that is 5/18. So it is nothing but 10, that is 0.5 meter/second. I think this is so. Yeah, okay. So minus 0.5 meter/second. ठीक है, यहाँ तक तो चलो समझ में आता है. मुझे क्या निकालना है? मुझे निकालना है वेलोसिटी ऑफ मैन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू b अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट, आपको दिमाग क्या लगाना है इसमें कि VMB क्या होगा? तो VMB इज नथिंग बट VM माइनस VB. ठीक है, अब नहीं आपको VM दिया हुआ है, नहीं आपको VB दिया हुआ है. आप चाहें तो VM यहां से निकाल सकते हैं, कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. व्हाट इज द वेलोसिटी ऑफ मैन? दिस इज, यू कैन सी, व्हाट इज द वेलोसिटी ऑफ मैन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ग्राउंड. ठीक है, वेलोसिटी ऑफ मैन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ग्राउंड क्या होगा वो निकाल सकते हैं, कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. And what is velocity of b? Velocity of b, it is given with respect to ground. It is given 72 km/h. Nothing else. ठीक है, तो आप इसको आप निकाल लीजिए. आपको अगर निकालना चाहिए निकाल लीजिए. Suppose velocity of man with respect to a is what? It is nothing but Vm minus Va. Now what is Vma? So Vma is nothing but minus 0.5 because it is in this direction. And what is velocity of man? नहीं पता मुझे. It is Vm. And what is Va? Va is moving in positive direction, 36 km, means 10 meter/second. Okay, so what is Vm? So Vm is nothing but 10 minus 0.5, that is 9.5 meter/second. You can find it. You can find it simply. Okay, now just put the value here in this equation. So what is VMB? Vm, that is 9.5 minus what is VB? It is in this direction, that is 20. So it is nothing but minus plus, and that is 29.5 meter/second. 29.5 meter/second. So you can see here, simple. But you should know the concept of relative velocity here. Then you can easily get the answer, and this is the answer. ऐसे निकालना पड़ेगा. Suppose if you are unable to solve the problem, it is okay. कोई बात नहीं है. आप इस अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा है तो फिर से देखिए, you will get it. Okay, so the answer is 29.5 meter/second. So in this way you can solve the problem, or another way also, but पता नहीं आप यहाँ तक पहुँच पाएंगे या नहीं, but it is okay. It is nothing but VMA plus VA plus VAB. अब ये कैसे लिख दिया डायरेक्ट आपने? कोई बात नहीं, हम लिख सकते हैं. इट इज़ नथिंग बट VM. आपको अगर छोटा कंसेप्ट पता हो तो VMA और VAB, अगर ये दोनों सेम है, यहाँ फाइनल वाला बाद वाला और ये पहले वाला, तो ये कट जाते हैं. कैसे कटेंगे मैं बताता हूँ. VM माइनस VA प्लस VA माइनस VB. यू कैन सी हियर इट इज VM माइनस VB. दैट इज वाई दिस रिलेशन कैन बी यूज्ड. वाई आई एम सेइंग दिस वन? बिकॉज VMA it is given, and VA with respect to B you can find. VA with respect to B, VA with respect to B, it is 10 or plus 30. So it is 30. You can say, अब इसका वैल्यू 30, sorry, इसका वैल्यू आप -0.5 रख सकते हैं, इसका वैल्यू 30 रख सकते हैं, तो 30 - 5.5 इज 29.5 मीटर पर सेकेंड. सो इन दिस वे यू कैन सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. इन बोथ वे यू कैन सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. ओके, नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन आप इसको चाहे तो लिख सकते हैं पॉज करके. ओके, नाउ if we are talking about the difficulty level of this problem, it is 6. ठीक है, and time for solving this problem, अगर आपको ये relative concept पता है then only you can find, otherwise आप कितना भी हाथ पर चला लीजिए आप गलत करके ही आओगे. ठीक है, so mostly you can take time, अगर आपको पता है तो it will take less than 60 सेकेंड. या ऐसा थोड़ी नहीं कि ज़्यादा टफ क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा देर में ही बनते हैं. नो, यू शुड नो द कंसेप्ट. सो इन दिस वे यू कैन सॉल्व इट. ओके, प्रोसीड फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नाउ स्टूडेंट, कम टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. Now this question is very easy, means this question is very easy. This is the easiest question of this paper. Okay, by कई सारे बच्चे तो पढ़ के ही जवाब दे देंगे. ठीक है ना, और सिंपल है भी. आपको पता है कि अगर ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ रखा हुआ है तो इमेज कहाँ बनता है? इमेज जस्ट इसके बीच में बनता है. ठीक है, और छोटा बनता है. ठीक है, और रियल बनता है. यू कैन सिंपली गिव द आंसर रियल, डिमिनिश्ड एंड इन्वर्टेड. सिंपल, थर्ड आंसर इज करेक्ट. ठीक है, by simply seeing the problem you can just, this is also rote learning type problem, means just see the answer, make concept in your mind and just answer it. ठीक है, बाकी मुझे इसमें कुछ खास बताने की आवश्यकता है नहीं, but फिर भी you can see the image like this. Okay, and now here you can see here. Okay, take also this ray, this. So this is height of object, this is height of image. Okay, so you can see this is the image size, this is diminished of this size, and this is what V, and this is what U. You can see here that V is less than U, and M is nothing but minus V upon U in this case. V छोटा है, U बड़ा है, तो M छोटा ही होगा. Means it is diminished, it is inverted in the shape. You can see the answer is, it is real. You can see the image is real. So you can see it is nothing but real, diminished and inverted. So simplest problem of this exercise. इससे पहले वाला टफ था, but this is very simple, very simple. So just pause the video and write it down if you want to write. Okay, now student, if we talk about the difficulty level of this problem, if we talk about the difficulty level of this problem, it is nothing but 1. Okay, and a student should make, an average student should make in less than 10 seconds. Okay, so see how simple the problem is. Okay, now proceed for the next question. Okay student, now come to question number 10. This is again a very simple question. If you know the formula, it is very simple. Less than 10 seconds, in less than 10 seconds you can find the answer. Okay, but it needs some concept. Okay, और ये simple ही बनाया जा सकता है. 3 mole of O2 mixed with 5 mole of argon at temperature T. Find the internal energy of the system. ठीक है, बच्चों को बस ये पता होना चाहिए कि U is equal to F/2 nRT होता है. ओके, और यहाँ पे 2 पार्टिकल है, तो इट इज F/2. पहले वाले का डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम, इट इज डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम, दिस इज नंबर ऑफ मोल, एंड दिस इज यूनिवर्सल गैस कांस्टेंट, एंड दिस इज दैट इज एब्सोल्यूट टेम्परेचर एट विच व्हाट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट फॉर दिस प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है, सो इट इज N1 RT प्लस F2/2 N2 RT. Okay, now what students should know at this juncture of time? He should know what is the degree of freedom for O2 and what is the degree of freedom for argon. इसके लिए बुद्धि लगाइए. O2 is what? O2 is what? This. O2 is what? A diatomic molecule. Means it has 2 atoms. So you can see its degree of freedom. आप लोग पढ़े होंगे बचपन में भी. its degree of freedom is 5. Its degree of freedom is 5. मीन्स डायटोमिक मेटल्स के लिए डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम क्या होता है, यानी कि ट्रांसलेशनल डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम और रोटेशनल डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम. इट वुड, हम लोगों को इस डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम में फॉर द स्मॉल टेम्परेचर्स, फॉर द स्मॉल टेम्परेचर रेंज वी कैन ओनली टेक टी डॉफ. आपने पढ़ा होगा इस तरीके से टी डॉफ और आर डॉफ, मतलब translational degree of freedom and rotational degree of freedom. We have to only take these two quantities. If nothing is given in the question, we have to take only this degree of freedom in the account. Okay, and another degree of freedom is VDOF, that is vibrational degree of freedom, that we don't have to take in this question, in this scene. Okay, so if we considering these two, then it has only 5 degree of freedom. 1 in this linear motion, 3 linear motion, in this direction, in this direction, and in this direction. And rotation, it can rotate about this axis, ye, another this one, and another this one. But this rotation can be neglected because its radius of gyration is only this radius of this molecule. So this is very very small as compared to the length of this intermolecular space between it. So this rotation can be neglected. So होते हैं 6, एक neglect करते हैं जिसके कारण हो जाता है 5. And argon, if you say about the argon, so F1 is 5, okay, and if you say about argon, argon is what? A noble gas, and for noble gas it has only one molecule, okay, argon means only one, ठीक है. So for this you can see it has got 3 degree of freedom in this direction, in this direction, and in this direction. 3 linear. रोटेशन के केस में आप जाएंगे तो आप चाहे ऐसे घुमाएं, चाहे ऐसे घुमाएं, चाहे ऐसे घुमाएं. Either you rotate in this direction, either you rotate in this direction, either you rotate in this direction. You will have very small radius of rotation, radius of gyration. That is why this 3 degree of freedom is neglected, and in this case degree of freedom is what? Only 3. R dot is neglected, only T dot, यानी कि translation degree of freedom. Okay, so F2 is 3. Now just put the value. U is equal to F1. F1 is how much? 5 by 2 into N1. N1 is how much? Number of mole is what? 3. 3 into RT plus 3 by 2 into what is the number of mole? 5. 5 into RT. Okay, so you can see it is nothing but 15 by 2 RT plus 15 by 2 RT. Okay, it is 15 RT. Simple. So you can see from the answer, yeah, it is 3. Simple. सिंपल फॉर्मूला जानिए. और अगर स्टूडेंट को ये पता है बस, तो ये मुझे तो समझाना पड़ रहा है ना. बट इफ़ यू नो द फॉर डायटोमिक मटेरियल F1 इज 3 and for monatomic degree of freedom is 3, simply put the relation here and you can solve easily. So hardly 30 seconds will take. अगर आपको ये कंसेप्ट नहीं पता है तो आप कितना भी देर लगा लीजिए, आप ये सवाल नहीं बना सकते. Okay, you can note it down by pausing the video. Okay, now student, if we talk about its difficulty level, so here formula is very crucial. Difficulty level, its difficulty level is 4. But if you know this formula, this can be done in less than 40 seconds. Okay, so an average student, if he knows the formula, he can solve in less than 40 seconds. Okay, so let us proceed for the next question, student. Now come dear students, question number 11. A body of mass small m moving with velocity ui collides elastically with a stationary body of mass 3m as shown. You can see the figure like this. And here it is, if velocity of mass m after collision, if velocity of mass after collision, okay, I am writing it again, after collision is v j cap as shown. You can see here v j cap, here suppose it is v dash as shown. ये इस तरीके से v j है और suppose this is v dash, ये it is moving with v dash. Find the value of v. Value of v means magnitude of v. So for this question there are two methods. A simple method, do the conservation of momentum in the vector form and just do the formula, do the solution. And another question, take oblique collision concept and then you can solve. But oblique collision concept will be tedious for you. Simply use the conservation of momentum principle. So conservation of momentum principle, from conservation of momentum you can see that m u I cap plus, initially this is at rest, it is given in the question, with mass with velocity u I cap collides elastically with a stationary body of mass 3m. Okay, so it is initially static. Now that is equal to 3m. After collision, if you see the condition is given, it is moving with vj, okay, and plus 3 this is m, because m is moving with vj. Okay, now and 3m is moving with v dash vector. मुझे नहीं पता किस डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है, so remain it will be v dash vector. Okay, now you will get it that v dash vector is nothing but m by 3 u I cap minus m by 3 v j cap. Okay, so you can see here this velocity is in ij plane, means xy plane, because it has contained the unit vector I cap and j cap. So from this we can conclude that this velocity is in xy plane. Okay, if it is moving in xy plane, then you can have a v dash, magnitude of v dash is nothing but, okay, and you can also cancel this one. Yeah, okay, mass is getting cancelled, only the magnitude is u by 3 and v by 3. So you can see u by 3 ka whole square plus v by 3 ka whole square. This is the magnitude of v dash. But now why I am writing these things? Because if we use conservation of energy principle, conservation of kinetic energy. Why conservation of kinetic energy? Because the collision is elastic. If collision is elastic, then we all know that kinetic, for a system, initial kinetic energy is equal to final kinetic energy of the system. So if we see what is the initial kinetic energy of the system, that is half m u square plus, वो तो 0 है, वो तो रेस्ट पे था, and that should be equal to half 3m. 3m के पास क्या वेलोसिटी है? v डैश, तो उसका स्पीड कितना है? ये, तो v डैश का मैग्नीट्यूड का होल स्क्वायर एंड m is moving with v square. What is the magnitude of this v? V, only v. Okay, now solve it. If you solve it, my dear student, you can see m and m is getting cancelled, so it is here u square, and you can also see half and half is also getting cancelled. So the remaining portion is u square is equal to 3 v square, v dash square, square is how much? This is root 1, just make the square. You can have u by 3 whole square plus v by 3 whole square plus v square. Okay, so just see u square is, you can see it is nothing but 3 से एक 3 चला जाएगा, तो u square by 3 plus v square by 3 plus v square. Now just do the calculation. It is u square minus u square by 3, it is 2u square by 3, and it is nothing but 4v square by 3. Just make it cancel. So you can see v square is equal to u square, 2 से v कट गया 2 बार में, तो v u square by 2. So you can see v is equal to nothing but root under u by 2. Root under u square by 2, तो u तो बाहर आ जाएगा and u, that is root under 2. Yes. So what is the answer? U upon root 2. So you can find it in the answer. Yeah, this one. So this is the answer. Okay. You can also use the oblique concept. You can take u cos theta and u sin theta in this direction, u sin theta in this direction. Okay. So in this way you can solve the problem if you want to solve, but it will be somewhat tedious for you. Okay, so in this way we can solve the problem. Okay, but in this way you should know about the vector form of conservation of momentum and conservation of kinetic energy in elastic collision. Then only you can solve the problem. Okay. So now, if we talk about the difficulty level of this problem, it is nothing but not more than 4. It is a simple question. Take it 5, okay. And time, it will take time. Okay, so just take 120 seconds. An average student, if he knows all the concept, he should solve within 120 seconds, because there is some calculation. Okay, so by reading to solving the from reading the question to solution of the question, it will take less than 120 seconds. 120 seconds is maximum time. Okay. Now proceed for the next question, student.